Guys, it's Davey here, and it's currently day 154. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend so far, and of course, doing better than yesterday. But today, I want to talk about how someone's present could affect how we feel. Yes, no joke, we do transmit energy, and based on how we feel internally, we do reflect that energy outwardly to others, whether we are aware of it or not. And of course, at first notice, we may not realize that we are feeling a bit down or a bit moody just because that person has some internal issues or they are having a bad day. We are not necessarily going to wrap up in their chaos or peace at first glance. It is the matter of being around those type of people constantly, too frequently, that their energy is going to start to rub on us. And then we're going to start feeling as they do. We're going to start rounding up in their drama. But for a while now, every time that I do sense a confident person or I do sense a somewhat person with some internal issues, I don't feel their energy right away. Of course, at first glance, I notice that this guy is confident or this guy is very peaceful. He holds himself well. But at first glance, normally we don't really get affected by this energy, which is what I had noticed personally. But it will affect you if you stay with them long enough, if you have that contact with them long enough. Eventually, we will start investing our energy into others, and that happens when we start paying too much tribute into their life, and which consequently will affect how we feel. And this is super important. So, what's my point? Why am I talking about energy and stuff? Because we have to hang around people in our lives or perhaps live with people who have qualities that are not so bright. And yes, we don't have good qualities too. We are not perfect. We are far from being perfect. But let's just say that the person closest to you always brings you down no matter what, always have this negative energy, always hindering you from being happy in a way, or always handing over their issues and burden onto you. Like sometimes there's just as a moment where you just cannot take anymore. You just want to shut them off. You want to have some time to yourself. You want to isolate. And sometimes you just don't want to worry about all your family's affairs. And like me personally, sometimes I just wish I could just, say, look, I don't give a shit about what you guys are going on. I want to live my own life and just let me be. But obviously, being, I guess, kind and just being human and respecting the family and respecting people. Obviously, I'm going to say like, oh, I don't care about you and just leave you be. And although at times I do wish that was an option, of course that's an option, but then I'm just letting my emotions take over. Then I'm just investing more energy into them. Then what's the difference of me being negative as they are if I just tell them to go F off or whatever and just shut them off? Then I am being truly affected by their negativity. But there's just a time where we just can't take it anymore. And that happens when you have surrounded yourself with too much negative energy and just too much burden that you're not supposed to carry because you already have issues to face your own. So, surrounding yourself in this negative environment, you may not know that perhaps the closest person you hang around or your friend, that one friend that just seems to be a bit down internally but tries to hold himself competent on the outwards. You may not know that the person you hang around today might be the reason why you feel in such a weird way, why you may feel a bit lazy or you may feel a bit motivated, depending on the person you hung around. But just realize that eventually their energy will rub off on you because you're going to start reciprocating your energy onto them. When you start paying attention, when you start caring about them, then you're using that as an energy exchange. The more you pay tribute to someone on how they feel, how their day is, how things are going for them, then you're internally just exchanging this energy. Once you exchange this energy, you may or may not be smothered by their drama, by their chaos, or by their peace. Having peace of mind is super crucial. But no matter what I've done, I realize that we cannot escape the influence of other people's energy. However, even though that's true, I notice that I don't have to reciprocate more of my energy and make it affect me more. I never stopped caring about my family and their issues. I never stopped caring about my friends and their issues. I can't. I learned to not change something that I cannot change. Yes, at times I pay too much tribute for change. And when I do, I'm the one who gets sucked into the chaos of others. Let's just say you are smothered by this chaos, by this drama that they have in their life. But even then, it's really difficult to just recover. Even if you isolate yourself, it's difficult to recover because pulling ourselves away from this situation, me personally speaking, if I pull myself away from this situation after being smothered by chaos, I typically distract myself, whether that's spending time watching YouTube or when I was a kid, I would probably play video games or probably eat junk food just to kind of quiet this mind to release my stress in a way that I thought I could cope with. Now, this doesn't help with this situation, unfortunately. It is just a band aid solution. By doing this, by distracting myself, by isolating myself in this room by myself, it's not solving this problem. It's not making me be happy. Rather, it's just hindering the pain that's going to reoccur anyways afterwards when I leave that room, when I see that person again because I haven't fixed the key issue. And the key issue really lies about me. It is me. It is me not holding and guarding my energy. It's me just trying to change everything when things are not meant to be changed. The moment I realized, and seriously, the moment I realized and the moment I actually took some control and cherished my own energy and my own feelings is when I stopped really trying to change things when I simply cannot change them. Changing things, changing situations when I don't have the power to make them change. And for what? For the outcome that the situation may change, even though I know for a long time that doing this over and over again won't change the situation. But matter of fact, it'll make me feel more shitty because I feel so powerless. And yet, by reciprocating my energy, I am allowing all this negativity to smother me. And that's how it had been for a long time. I thought worrying about myself and not others was an obvious lesson. Like it's common sense, right? To hold your own and then let other be themselves. But clearly, even though it may sound straightforward, even though it may be the common sense, even just straightforward lessons take a long time to just understand what it truly means. I mean, it's simple, but with emotions, everything becomes just a bit difficult. Now, having positive energy around you all the time is rarely possible. Like it's just not gonna happen. You can't be happy all the time. Life hits you no matter what. Now, it is especially hard if you're trying to build a safe place or this positive attitude for yourself in a unstable environment, in a bad environment, maybe some bad family background, maybe some unstable friends or family. It's difficult to build then a healthy, a positive attitude about life, about your energy. But even though you do have everything, even though you have everything now, life will still hit you in ways you have not predicted and it will bring you down. And that's the truth. No matter what you have in life, there'll be times where you really just don't feel like it, just don't feel like doing anything. You just have this negative self talk flowing through your brain constantly. And this is inevitable. It happens to all of us, it happens to the best. Even then, when life just hits us with something new and difficult, what I will do and what I learn to do is not to pay any more energy than needed with people who are more likely to bring me down. It's not to pay more energy in the situations that I cannot control and focus on what I have been grateful for, what I have achieved so far. And even though that may be nothing, even though that may be little, it is better to be grateful. It is better to think in a positive light than dwell on all the negative and the uncertain that will bring you down even more. That means feeding myself constantly with positive energy, whether that's reading books or listening to people who I want to become. Because when you are surrounded by a negative environment, your family don't believe you, your friends judge you, then I mean, who do I talk to, right? Who do I talk to? But I mean, at that time, you just feel like you're on your own. And what I figured to do is just to read books. At least people on the books have a common language with you. At least people on YouTube or online are the people you inspire to be. So I'd rather listen to those people. I'd rather read some books and find some positive attitude, find some hope, find some faith than be surrounded by all this negativity because the case is, if it wasn't for me reaching out to find ways to improve myself, it wasn't for me to look for a different path in life, then I'm more than likely to stay below average. I'm more than likely to live a mediocre life. I'm more than likely to just follow my parents' footsteps. I'm more than likely to follow what my family wants the best for me. Finding light in whatever resources I had available made me believe, made me have this reason to aspire for more. It made me feel alive. Without creating a somewhat healthy environment for myself, I would have long gave up, and that is totally the truth. I would have long gave up, and perhaps I would never have started this journey because I never would have believed in it. And the journey isn't just about being an entrepreneur or being the next millionaire or being the next wealthy guy. Because let's just put all that aside. Let's put the riches aside. Let's put the wealth and entrepreneur journey aside. Just you, just me wanting to be better than the people around you, it will bring disdain and condemnation in your life. Because it is never the money that gets the people mad. Like it never was. It is simply money is just a variable that people look up to. There's so many different things that people want in life, like love, fame, etc. But it's not that at all. It's a choice to make someone feel inferior, which is what strikes at the pride at the start. It is what hurts them the most, is to see or to let others see that you want to become better than them. No matter what it is, they're going to condemn you. They're going to talk down on you just to make you feel less or even better, drag you below them because people don't want to be known that they are less in life, that they haven't reached their full potential. And seeing someone else just become better at them in whatever aspect makes them envy, makes them jealous. And that's the fact. So they're gonna bring you down. Negativity is gonna be all around you. And if you surround yourself with those people, their energy will rub off on you and you're gonna feel it in the long run. So surround yourself with just better people if you haven't. Create this environment for yourself if you haven't. It's gonna be hard. But being positive, living in a positive environment will be so much better than just surrounding yourself with all this bullshit in the world. But this is all I gotta say for today. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend, and I do hope you guys learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.